Joining us now, Vice President of Communications and Brand for Faye Travel Insurance, Lauren Gumport. Lauren, good morning to you. So for driving, we're talking about some impacts there. Obviously, people are checking the apps, want to make sure they're traveling in safe conditions. Flights that get canceled or delayed. I know you have some best ways to prepare and also a look at the options that we have as everyone's navigating these weather updates.
Yeah, definitely. So if you're going to be traveling this holiday season, of course, whether it's domestically or abroad, I would say protect yourself with travel insurance. I am, of course, in travel insurance, but new providers like Faye, they offer more comprehensive whole trip travel insurance. So that means it can cover medical emergencies, hotels, flights, tours, luggage, and much more. We also have a bunch of add-ons that you can customize your base plan with. So we're talking about rental car care, extreme sports, for you bungee jumpers, you skydivers out there, as well as coverage where you can cancel your trip for any reason, even if you just feel like not going anymore. So those are a few options right off the bat.
And when you opt in for these insurance plans matters a bunch. Once these alerts go out for the weather, you're in a different camp. Do you mind describing some of those deadlines? What are your options and when do they end?
Yeah, absolutely. So, first and foremost, it's best to buy travel insurance right after you make the first payment on your trip. So, that's right after you book your flight, perhaps, or your hotel. When it comes to extreme weather, say a hurricane, if it becomes a named storm and you purchase your policy after it's a named storm, you cannot be covered due to that hurricane's related weather events, for example. So it's always best to buy your travel insurance policy. And then if the storm has not been named, when you purchased it, you will be covered for all of those extreme weather related events, if that makes sense.
It does. And with any lost baggage, check bags that don't make it.
Oh, yeah.
How do you recommend packing? Because there is strategy behind this to make sure you're avoiding headaches once you get to where you're heading.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, my number one tip, because this just happened to my mom and I in Norway, if you are checking a bag, it's always best to take one or two change of clothes in your carry on. My mom and I, we go on an annual mother daughter trip. We went to Norway. We arrived. My mom's checked bag didn't. So, whose clothes did she end up borrowing? Mine.
I hope you're the same
If you
size.
have
Yeah.
yeah, kind of. If you have travel insurance, for example, if you were traveling with Faye, like my mom was at the time, if your bags are lost or delayed for 6 or more hours, you automatically are sent $200 to your phone's wallet. And then you get up to $300 to spend on items that are missing. So that could be shoes, change of clothes, toothpaste, toothbrush. So you're essentially made whole until you get your bags back. So it's really important that you understand your coverage benefits when the you know what hits the fan.
Right, absolutely, and take advantage of them when you actually need them.
Oh,
So
yeah.
today's Black Friday. This is the day of deals. As we look ahead to the rest of the winter season, do you have any money-saving strategies for people who are right now planning travel for either the rest of the year or, possibly spring break next year?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to save on holiday travel or spring break next year and really not break the bank, I would say be flexible with your destination, but not your trip type. So choose the type of holiday you want, such as a ski trip or a tropical vacation, and then be flexible rather than setting your heart on a specific country, for example. That way you can choose what fits your budget and have more bang for your buck when you arrive. I would also say less checked bags or less overweight bags means less fees. I am unable to follow my own advice there, but it is what it is. And if you're staying at an Airbnb or a short term rental, then you can choose to cook breakfast and lunch at your accommodation and only eat out for dinner or more special occasion meals. My last tip, and maybe it's not really a cost saving tip, but I would say that when you are traveling, try not to book a tour or an important reservation for, say, a Michelin star restaurant on day one, because you need to accommodate for delays and cancellations. And sometimes you will lose that first day if there is an unfortunate delay.
Well, it sounds like common sense, but they're great reminders because those can be very costly mistakes. Lauren Gumpert, great to have you. Thank you.